Italian Football Podcast.
Let's start with Enzo Fernandez's future. I mean, he was one of the stars of the World Cup. He's a young player. You know, he was named the young player of the tournament, and now he's wanted by many major clubs in Europe. What do you see in his future?
Yeah, he was linked to Wolves even last summer, but they didn't pay his £18 million release clause at the time, which was a bit of a silly one in hindsight. But yeah, now I think the World Cup's brilliant, isn't it? It's sort of propelling these names into stardom. But yes, I feel with him, Portugal, and as big as sort of Benfica are, they're a bit of a selling club. I know Liverpool's name has been thrown to the wall, but that sort of comes, I think that was from Argentina. But it seems that it's probably going to be Real Madrid who'll get him. I think Benfica are asking for his release clause to be met of 120 million euros. But I mean, I'm a Newcastle fan, and I have to say I would really, really like him at Newcastle, but I think that may take a couple of years before we even consider spending that amount of money. But I am praying on it.
Okay, I get that. I think Real Madrid seems like the kind of club.
Bruno G would be an amazing Bruno G and Enzo Fernandez. That would be some central
dynamic duo. Yeah, for sure. That'd be amazing.
Goncalo Ramos was another breakout star, if only for that hat trick, of course, against Switzerland, replacing Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's also doing great at Benfica, just like Enzo's doing. So, what does the future hold for him? Have you heard anything?
Wolves were linked with him again over the summer. That was the idea. Then Newcastle were linked for a bit, and I think a reporter said on Sky Sports they're going to make a bid, but that didn't turn out to be true. And then he sort of went under the radar a little bit. And then obviously the World Cup with the hat trick and that, what a way to announce yourself. And so yeah, now I think there's been members of Man United, but I did go to the guy I have in Portugal today, and I asked him, who's interested in this player, how much, and he just said, well, it looks like he's going to go in January, but he's kind of shot down a little bit that Man United will be the ones to get him. So I don't know how much there is in that, or maybe that's just coming from Portugal and Man United are interested. Obviously, when you go to different places for sources, it's all about sort of weighing it up really and speaking to a number of people before you can sort of get a rounded story. But I'd imagine it'd be January. I'm not sure where exactly. I think even Southampton were linked to him a bit last season during the summer as well. So it'd be interesting to see. I mean, Newcastle got their striker now. Man United do need a striker, and it does make a lot of sense. They've got that Portuguese contingent there. So he's not a Mendes client. But sometimes Mendes will take over and get the mandate and bring them across. But it'll be a Premier League move from what I hear, and it'll be in January.
I mean, Arsenal need a striker with Gabriel Jesus injured. Do you think he would be an option for them?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't think Arsenal suspected they would be where they are at this point, and it's a good dilemma. And then, it's so unfortunate having Jesus getting injured out for the rest of the season, I think. So they're going to have to look to the market. It might pose as a little bit of a risk. I think last season he did okay. He wasn't amazing. He wasn't a world beater, Ramos, but this season he's done tremendously well in the World Cup as well. So I'm sure he's on their radar, but I'm not entirely sure on him.